I came across a new way to buy comic books, and I got this nice fat stack. Let's take a look on this video from Bronzeville Comics. Hey there, comic book community. This is Jim from Bronzeville Comics coming to you with another video. And if you like what we're doing on the channel, please subscribe. We'll be doing our 2,500 subscriber giveaway. We're in the 2,200s right now, so when we get there, we'll be doing a giveaway. I am going to pick the giveaway prizes soon. Follow us on Instagram and whatnot. On Monday, what would it be? April 18th, we're going to be doing our first ever Whatnot sale. So please go follow us over on Whatnot. The sale is already set up. I have to put in the books that I'm going to sell. We're going to do a quick 50 book sale with some giveaways. So that's going to be a lot of fun for me to start moving some of these giant piles of books you see a little bit behind me. You know, also follow us on the Instagram. We have, I've been, you know, posting actively on there, and I do have some books, especially the slabs I've got back recently, that are for sale. So I was looking at it's springtime here in the Northeast, and as that comes around, people are going outdoors, and we're starting to get some flea markets, yard sales, and estate sales. So I came across a listing for an estate sale, but it was an auction. And I had previously in the summer delved into an auction and found that the prices were kind of ridiculous that people were paying, but this was really intriguing because it was advertised as a 10,000 comic book auction over 3 days that the auction would be taking place. Now, when you deal with these auction houses, you can get some good deals because you have fewer eyes looking at it than, let's say, eBay. But there are more hoops that you have to jump through. So you have to, I had to register for an account with this particular auction company that was running the auction. And then I was approved, and they approved you to spend $2,500 on the auction. If you wanted to bid more than $2,500, and there were some big items, their headline item was a graded copy of Tales of Suspense 39. There were a lot of slabbed books, a lot of Silver Age keys in there. That wasn't really what I was targeting, but I was looking for some key books. But if you wanted to bid more than $2,500, you had to prepay a particular amount, and then you could bid up to 4 times that amount. So if you prepaid them $10,000, you could bid up to $40,000. But it wasn't clear that if you didn't bid or the bids didn't win and you didn't spend that $10,000, if you'd get it back. So I was kind of going to just let it go. But then I saw that I was approved for $2,500, and I decided, let me take a look. Now, it also takes some time to sit down and follow these live auctions as they occur. And everything was pretty much alphabetical, so I had looked at some of the items beforehand. Now, what you have to factor in, much like, let's say, heritage auctions, what you don't have on eBay is there's a buyer's premium. It's a 15% buyer's premium. So if you buy a $200 book, you're actually paying $230 for that book, plus tax, and you could either pick it up or have it shipped, which is an additional charge. So you kind of have to say, okay, if I'm willing to spend $300 for this book, let's say, I got to take 15% off that. Maybe I'm only going to go to $360 on this book. So I did bid on a few lots, and I won 3 of them. They're all somewhat related, and most of these books I already have in my PC, but I was looking for upgrades, and there were a couple of keys that I've been keeping my eye on. I picked up this one lot, and I'm going to cover up the cover. So it was lot 103, and it had All-Star Comics 58 through 64, and they said mid-grade. Well, I picked it up because it had 58, which is the first appearance of Power Girl. And this is an upper mid-grade copy. It does need a clean and a press. The back cover has some dirt on it. There's a little tear in the back cover, and there's some, you know, little creasing up at the corner. A press will definitely help this. I'm hoping maybe get a 7 out of this. Now, I do have this in my collection from my childhood. I'm not sure of the grade, but I think that this is probably an improvement on that. So I bought that whole lot. And then this was listed as low grade, and it is. It is Justice League numbers 21. This is not the price. This is the lot number. 21 through 24. And what it has, which is the reason that I bought it, and I do have these copies, and these are lower grade. It does have issues 21 and 22, which is the two-part first JLA JSA crossover, Crisis on Earth 1 and Crisis on Earth 2. Those are key books. And it has a, what do we have here? 23 with Queen Bee. And 24, which I think is maybe the second appearance of Conjuro. So that was kind of fun to pick up. Then I picked up, the final lot I picked up had 75 through 95 with the exception of 93. And it had issue 75, which is the first appearance of the second Black Canary. Now, we didn't know that this was a second Black Canary until like Justice League 226 when her introduction was retconned. We thought she was just coming over from Earth 2 at the time. This is a good, solid mid-grade copy. A 6, maybe a 7. And that's a book that's been heating up. I think it caught a little bit of heat when she was in The Birds of Prey. And there has been chatter that they're going to do a solo Black Canary project. And then it had the rest of the issues. I've actually been looking for, and I didn't even check the condition of this. This was one. This is still a little yellowed. I'm actually looking for a little bit of upgrade to this. This is when Snapper Carr, thankfully, finally leaves the Justice League. And it was as they were kind of changing the book going forward. Gary Friedrich was writing it, an appearance by Vigilante. And then it goes all the way up into, there's another JLA, JSA crossover. So there's a good run of books here. And some of these may be upgrades on my PC, which is what I would be, looking to this for. So there's some good books in here. This, Neil Adams cover here with Dead Man. That's a cool book. So I was happy with that. All in all, I paid $300, including the buyer's premium and the shipping, because it didn't pay to have it shipped to me. The other kind of hurdle that you had to jump through was they didn't accept credit cards, so it was either a bank check or cash if you went there and picked it up, or a postal money order, which is the option that I chose. So it was a little bit more work on my part. Unfortunately, in this hobby, buying is a lot easier than selling. It's really easy to, even on Whatnot now, sit on Whatnot and click buy something, or on eBay buy something, and boom, they just take it out of your PayPal and it gets shipped to you. So that's the haul for today. Let me know if you have any experience in doing estate auctions. Some people have gone to live auctions. I know my buddy Joe from 360 Comics just dropped a video where he went to a live estate auction. So that was a pretty interesting endeavor for him. That's something I wasn't able to make it out that day. That I just had something else going on, and I was considering it. It's not something I would eliminate in the future, and I think some of these estate auctions may be potential for some harder to find books, just because it's an avenue that is untapped. And if I know some people talked about getting like Golden Age keys there, because you have a much smaller group of people that's interested in buying that book. If you put up an FF48, anybody who knows anything about comics, or Hulk 181, or an ASM1, everybody knows what those books are, and they jump on them. It's the books that people, who are kind of casually into the comic collecting market, antique dealers specifically, that look for that. So this was, all in all, a positive experience. I think I got good value. I took a little bit of gamble because it was hard. They only had pictures of the front covers, and the pictures weren't very clear. So it wasn't really easy to determine the condition from pictures as you would in an eBay listing. But I thought the price point was low enough, even with the buyer's premium, that it was worth the risk. And I think the two books that I was really targeting, the All-Star 58 and the Justice League 75, were well worth it. So those are probably books that I'm going to send in to get graded. And I do already have those books in the PC, but I bought those books 46 years ago. So I'm not exactly sure. I have to go back and look to see what condition they're in. And it's interesting because my personal collection, that I started sorting. I really was sorting that before I got reinvigorated in the hobby and started buying a lot more books with the intention to sell. I was just trying to catalog it and maybe look at selling in the long run. And I didn't really know about grading either. So we're going to take a look at those. It's kind of exciting to be able to hopefully upgrade, and these filler books may be upgrades as well. So that's, in terms of my own personal collection, All-Star Comics and Justice League of America are staying there forever. Those are books that I'm not getting rid of because those were the core of my collection growing up. So anyway, Instagram, whatnot, Bronzeville_comics on both of those. Like, comment, and subscribe. You know the deal. Check out a couple of other videos. I don't know if they're here or here. I get confused with the aspect, the which way we're going here. And my camera keeps, every time I wave my hands, my camera keeps refocusing. Remember, on Wednesday, I'll be on 360 Comics channel with Joe talking about Moon Knight Episode 3. And on Tuesday, we'll be dropping another video. And this is Jim saying until next time, enjoy your comics.